What's up, guys? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with SPY, Tesla, and the overall markets, and break down what's happening with some other tickers out there, especially as we're seeing some new developments, and why Tesla's doing a great job at fighting resistance up here. Just know that I'm not a financial planner, so take nothing I'm saying as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please check out my Moomoo link. If you deposit $100, you're guaranteed 5 free stocks. If you deposit $2,000, you're guaranteed 30 in total, not to mention 8.1% APY on invested cash. The offer ends at the end of March. Anyways, let's talk about these charts. Tesla's looking quite strong right now. We're up 9.39% as of right now, doing a great job at almost pushing up to 10%. It reached my 272 target. I mentioned if we broke past that 262 to 265 area, we're expecting this. So this shouldn't be a surprise to a lot of you guys. I also mentioned that as long as we don't lose this support right over here, as long as we held above 255, we were expecting a big upward move, and that's what's happening so far. So now you guys can see we had this previous support becoming resistance near this 272.5 area. If we break past it, I could see us get close to 278 to 280 in this range up here. And then if that breaks, we could be trying to get back up to this trend line. So we look bullish nonetheless. We're doing a great job. Overall, Tesla is looking very, very resilient. But the question is, what's happening to the markets in Tesla? Let's talk about the news first, and I'll break down the charts. So there was some news that came out, according to reports, that President Trump is no longer expected to impose sector-specific tariffs on April 2nd for his next update. And this is a very, very big move. This is a very, very big move because this could be giving us more insights about what the tariffs will look like. There's a very, very good chance that they could omit a set of industry-specific tariffs. If that ends up happening, the reciprocal levels that could be coming out on targeted nations could account for the bulk of foreign trade with the US, and things could really change if we don't see those sector specific tariffs. If those end up not being announced so far, that could be a little bit better, at least for the way in which the market sees things. The market's been pushing upon this news. President Trump also mentioned that there's going to be flexibility with his tariffs, so the market likes that. That's part of why we're pumping so far. Another reason is technical analysis. We did say that from a technical basis, we were due for this pump after there's only so much bad news that could come out, right? For example, you had all this bad news for Tesla that kept coming and coming and coming. Eventually, we reach a point where we have to try to bounce because we price in the majority of that and we are due for that. So that's what's happening so far. Two more pieces of news involving Tesla. So the FBI is now issuing a public warning as protests against Tesla continue to be used in opposition against the administration, according to reports, right? And I try to say that in a very, very unbiased manner. I'm just trying to say that for what it is, right? So now the FBI is saying that the public should exercise vigilance and to look out for specific suspicious activity. Excuse me. They're also talking about that they want citizens to report any violence to authorities. So with the FBI getting involved, right, and trying to protect Tesla in this is some good news for them as well. So keep that in mind. Tesla also says it wants to release FSD features in China after they get the software approvals. That's more good news for them. They're going to be releasing their smart driving assistance features in China after completing all the approvals that are necessary. So far, we're going to be looking to see what happens with that. Right now, they also have their free trials of FSD to be released. So this is pretty good so far. It's great to see them trying to expand that as we're going to see a lot of growth as a result. The last thing I want to mention is that we got our PMI data. So the S&P Global Composite PMI was above expectations. Manufacturing numbers are kind of weak, but services are decent, and as a result, the market is still holding up. Didn't cause too much of a dip. We just dipped a little bit, then just bounced after that, so we're doing a great job. So as far as Tesla goes, let's see if we can try to hold above the 272.5 area. If we break that, I do expect us to get close to 280. If Tesla ends up failing around 265, it could turn down, but that's very, very unlikely. I think we have a lot of momentum right now. I just want to give you guys some insights about what the levels are. But overall, I think we're doing a fantastic job. We're looking very, very strong, very resilient. There's a very, very good chance that we just try to continue this push. So I want to see Tesla hold above 272.5. We could break that. We do expect a bullish continuation to come, taking us up towards that 278 to 280 area. But we need confirmation first. Keep in mind the share price is up 9% already. It's already made a nice move. So although it could continue with this momentum that's building, I would just say watch for confirmation. We'll give it some time. Now for SPY, okay, we look bullish as we have a potential cup and handle, which is quite good. However, like I said before, we want to be very unbiased traders, which means that we need to watch for confirmation. I just want to see SPY close above 568, but we need to sustain this level for close. If that's the case, 575 is quite easily coming. We have a gap to fill up there, and if we surpass that, 580 is next. If SPY does not hold 568, we could turn back down to 565. So as long as we close above 568, we're looking bullish, and SPY is doing a fantastic job. For the QQQ, we're doing a good job as well at holding up. We're watching that 490 resistance. If that breaks, we're looking for 492, and then get above that. And I'm looking for an attempt to get closer to like the higher 490s. If we end up losing 485, we could turn back down towards this gap fill around 481. So as long as we're above 485, we're technically more bullish. And I think that we will ultimately get back up towards that like 492 area. Just know that 490 is also going to be kind of tough than 492. But like I said before, we're still up 1.8% on the Q, and we're doing a great job. Um, the Russell 2000 looks pretty good. I want to see us hold above 208. As long as we close above that or hold it, we're looking for 210. If we end up losing 205, we could turn back down, but it still looks bullish. Bullish setup so far, so I think we're doing a good job. For ES, we're looking pretty good as we're attempting to make higher lows right here. So we're trying to make higher highs and higher lows. Hold above 5,800. We're looking for that gap fill towards like 58.25. If we end up losing 57.50-ish, we could be turning back down to fill that gap towards 57.20. So looks bullish. We're trying to make higher lows. We do have a gap to fill above. We did predict 5,800 on ES. We were correct about this, and we could be going higher. Just know 5,800 is kind of like new territory. We haven't been up here for many, many weeks. So give it some time. Give this some time and see how well we hold above 5,800. As long as it holds, we could continue this uptrend. As long as 57.50 does not break, we're still bullish. So overall, great job by the charts. Could continue to uptrend, try to get back up towards this gap fill at 58.25. SPX looks bullish. I want to see us break past 57.67. If that breaks, we're looking for an attempt to get back up to 58.22. SPX also looks quite good, so it's a good sign. The NASDAQ 100 or NQ looks bullish. I just don't want to see this lose 20,200. As long as we're above that, we're looking for 20,400 plus. Looks pretty good so far. Bitcoin, I want to see it hold above 87,000. As long as we're above that, we're looking for an attempt for 90,000. If we end up losing 86,000, we could turn back down towards 85,000. But we look bullish as we're trying to hold this yellow trend line. So we're looking for an attempt for 90,000. For Nvda, we look quite nice right now. We have a nice inverse head and shoulders, like pattern is the left shoulder, a head and then the right shoulder. And as long as we hold above 120, we're looking for an attempt to get back up towards this imbalance fill at 123, then 125. Nvidia looks like it wants to slowly uptrend for 125. In my opinion, I think there's a good chance. May take a day or two to really get there, but for now, we are looking a bit more bullish. So long as we don't lose like 120, then 117, we look bullish. Tesla's currently testing 272.5 or 272.3 right now. It's trying to fight. I do see upside potential. We'll see if we break that resistance, but we're doing a great job. Apple's doing good. I want to see us hold above 220. Then we're looking for 225 as our next potential target. As long as we don't lose 216, it's technically a little bit more bullish looking. For Coinbase, I want to see us, let me double check this, hold above 200. If that breaks, 205 is coming. However, we need to hold 195 just to be safe. There's still that big gap below. So as long as 200 holds, we're looking good. We're close. Not Tesla, Amazon, excuse me. Amazon's looking pretty good. I just don't want to see this lose 198. As long as we're above that, we're continuing to look bullish. We could be on our way up to about 208. As long as 200 does not break, we look bullish. Meta looks more bullish. So long as we don't lose like 608, we're looking for a move back up to 625. For Microsoft, as long as we don't lose 388, we're favoring. We're just trading sideways here. We could retest 388 or so. It's a little bit weak right now. I think we had some bad news, but if anything, we're still resilient. So I'm watching 388. As long as we don't lose that, we're gonna be fine. We could just kind of like dip and balance and trade sideways between 388 and 400. If 388 fails us, we turn a little bit more bearish. We're still stuck in the middle for Microsoft. Google looks more bullish though compared to Microsoft. As long as we don't lose 168, we're favoring 172. So watch 170 and 172 as resistances. But it's doing a good job. The 10 years kind of green right now doesn't really affect us too much. Or sorry, the 10 years like down here is at 1.6%, so it doesn't really matter too much. The VIX is bearish. That's what matters a lot more. When I could be seeing this dip towards like 17.8 or below, there's also an imbalance around 16, so it looks bearish. That's a bullish sign for the markets, at least temporarily, right? temporarily approaching President Trump's next tariff release. So just keep that in mind. For now, the market's bullish as of right now. Okay, we're trying to push. Keep that in mind. As far as Tesla goes, we're doing a great job at trying to pump, but I want to see us hold above 272.5 to continue higher. It's up 9%. Keep that in mind. And it's doing, it's showing a lot of strength right now, so it's looking quite good. Anyways, have a good day, guys. I'll be back with another upload in just a couple of hours. Until then, have a good one and peace out.